Hi Owls, it is Friday the 22nd of January and it's time for our story time. We're going to read the next part of Witch Wars. So we are on to chapter 20, Felicity Bat Solves It. You're bald, Felicity Bat snapped. Stop shouting about your hair. What did you say? The bald woman cried. Bald, Felicity Bat said impatiently. Aggie Hoof was staring up at the woman, shaking her head. It makes me so sad to see a bald witch when I have such perfect hair. Felicity Bat ran at the door again. Fel, I don't think it's going to open. Be quiet, Felicity Bat snapped. Climb up my silky hair to get to the shortcut, the bald woman cried. Oh, will you be quiet, Felicity Bat bellowed. Maybe Piggy and that girl from above the pipes already got inside and locked it. Unlikely, Felicity Bat said, fiddling with the handle. Check on them. Aggie Hoof stared at one of the bricks on the tower and mumbled TV a lot. A moving image appeared on the brick. It was Lizzie Beast walking along a path with Patty Pigeon. It's just showing that big lump of a witch walking along a path, Aggie Hoof said. But then the channel switched to an image of Peggy and Tiga surrounded by huge piles of paper. Where are they? Felicity Bat dropped the door handle she had just snapped off and stared intensely at the brick. That's Brollywood. Look at the water outside the window. They've obviously got the first clue wrong. Are you sure, Fel? Toad says you should never trust someone with frizzy hair, and Piggy has the frizziest hair I've ever seen. Felicity Bat sighed. We're wasting time here. If this irritating bald lady won't let us through the door, we'll just have to do it her way. Her way? Aggie Hoof asked as Felicity Bat levitated up and up until she was nose to nose with the bald witch. She grinned a menacing grin as the bald witch stumbled backwards. Chapter 21, The Brollywood File. Papers soared through the air. It's not here, Peggy said from the heap she was sitting on. I just want to say I am not okay with this, said Fran. Tiga slumped in a comfy chair behind a massive black desk. They had emptied every filing cabinet in Patricia the producer's office. We aren't having much luck, Tiga said, slamming her head down on the desk. It was really lucky she did that, because as soon as she did, a drawer in the desk shot out and hit her in the stomach. The Witch Wars files, she squealed, pulling a clump of papers out of the secret drawer. Peggy, I found them! Peggy and Fran raced over. Felicity Bat, Tiga read, recommended by Mrs. Bat, Moira the mean and nasty Nancy. Felicity Bat knows all the bad witches in Sinkville, Peggy said. Tiga held the paper close to her face. It couldn't be right. All the others had names next to them. Peggy had her gran, Fluffanora had her mum, but Tiga didn't have a name. It just said, anonymous letter. Anonymous letter, Peggy read slowly. Tiga pulled a letter from the pile. Tiga Wickerbim for Witch Wars was all that was written on it. She flipped it over and stared at it in disbelief. Do you recognise the writing? Peggy asked. Tiga shook her head. Is this a joke? They must know who sent it. It must be a mistake. Oh, we don't make mistakes in Sinkville, Peggy said. Sure, we once accidentally built a circus instead of a hospital, and there was that time we tried to wear jelly, but we never make mistakes when it comes to Witch Wars. Tiga stared at the letter, and all across Sinkville, witches watched the footage from Fran's camera on the backs of their spoons and said, oh. Patricia the producer, who had just finished fishing a fairy out of a melon, spotted the Witch Wars coverage and now knew that Tiga and Peggy had broken into her office. Get them, she said to 10 huge witch security guards. Chapter 22, Huge Security Witches and Tiga's Brilliant Move. Why are those witches so huge? Peggy cried as she and Tiga raced as fast as their little witch legs would carry them. They are at least 10 times taller than normal witches. Tiga didn't dare to look back. She just ran, her eyes fixed on the prop cupboard door. Please open, she thought as she flew at it. She tumbled through with Peggy and Fran close behind. I'm so sorry, Patricia. It's not me. I have to follow them, Fran yelled. Don't judge me, Patricia. Peggy dived for the hole in the floor, but Tiga stopped and raced to the back wall of the cupboard. What are you doing? Peggy cried. The rumble of massive shoes was getting louder and louder. Tiga grabbed some things off the wall. Don't steal, Peggy shrieked as Tiga raced back, grabbed her arm and they jumped down the hole. Tiga glanced back just in time to see the limbs of 10 huge and angry witch guards squashed in the doorframe. You took things from the cupboard. Why would you do that? Peggy asked as they were spat out of the shortcut onto the tower floor. Tiga held up a handful of black, grey and white wigs. Not just any old things. I wonder what she's going to use the wigs for. What do you think, everybody? Okay, we're going to stop there. So tune in on Monday for our next chapter, chapter 23, Bald No More. Have a lovely weekend, guys. Bye.